Hello, and welcome to another Win Daily Sports Show. My name is Michael Brazil. I got my man Ghost here with me, and we are breaking down this Fajita Friday NBA DFS slate. Ask us all your questions. Like all of the YouTube videos that you're watching right now, which should just be this one. And make sure to follow us. Him at DFS_Ghost, me at Michael Brazil 1, us at Win Daily Sports. Ghost, man, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, bro. It's really nice outside. We're above zero here, so back days. It's looking really good outside. Friday, the weekend. Let's do it. It's a nice slate too.
It's a fun one. It should be a quick one. We're very excited for it. Of course, we're going to be breaking down the DraftKings side of things because you can pretty much do whatever you want on FanDuel as always, but we'll touch upon it as we normally do to give you a good understanding of what the heck's going on. So we have this first game, Philly and Washington. Currently, the 76ers are favored by 4.5. Embiid and Simmons are questionable, or are they out? No, Simmons is out. Embiid is questionable. We talked about it a couple days ago. They went to the same barber. So this just makes absolutely zero sense. What is the understanding? What are you rocking with for this game, Ghost Man?
If Joel Embiid plays, he's a lock for me. With Simmons out, he's going to drop 40 points. So I'm waiting for those player props to come out also because I'm probably going to hammer those. It doesn't get much easier of a matchup for Joel Embiid going up against Mo Wagner and who else knows, like Robin Lopez, and Alex Len, and all these other guys, Rui Hashimura. Like it's going to be a cakewalk of a matchup for the MVP favorite right now. So I'm locking in Joel Embiid 100% if he plays, and then if Beal is out, I'm likely going to go to Russell Westbrook or Jimmy Butler, one of the two of them. There's another stud that I'm definitely locking in my lineup, and the third one is going to be one of Russ or Jimmy B. Still to be determined. With the amount of value that's there, I'll probably just lock in Russ, but Jimmy's PRA is really enticing right now. I might hammer that as well once we get off the show.
You always love to see that. We have 3 games, although the slate doesn't lock till 8, so we have a little while. We're probably not going to get that information until about 8:05, of course, but it's good information to have occasionally. Moving on, Cleveland and Nolans. The Pelicans just got waxed last night by the Timberwolves, which made zero sense. So, of course, they come out. They're 7-point favorites at home against Cleveland. Over-under sits at 228. Anything from this game that you're liking?
Pelicans under on the season.
Yes.
The T-Wolves.
We do like that
right now.
Yeah, that does make it look very good.
Love to see it. So, no action for me from this game. If you play Zion, I'm okay with it. Jared Allen was also in a smash matchup. The guy's shooting like 99% from the field. So, if you want to get some Jared Allen exposure, I'm okay with that. But there's 2 centers that I'm locking into my lineup, and 2 of them are probably going to combine for like 150 DK points tonight. So no Jared Allen for me tonight, but zero action for me in this game. But if you play Zion, not going to go against it. And if there's one guy that I'm playing on the Cleveland side, it's going to be Colin Sexton. I'm a big Colin Sexton truther. So I read this guy up pretty much every second slate that Cleveland's on, or probably 2 out of 3 actually. So guards against New Orleans are a thing, 100%. Streaky scorer. He's getting in his groove. Was completely in his bag before the All-Star break. So I'm hoping that it continues here. I could see Sexton easily dropping 30 raw in a matchup like this. My one concern is the amount that he dishes the rock or whatnot. But the assist rate was much higher in the month of February than it was throughout the entire season. So I like Colin Sexton's game. His upside is there. If you're going with an 8K stud, Colin Sexton's probably my guy tonight.
I love it. Yeah, guards against New Orleans, man. All he has to do is shoot threes and they drop in. Kind of cool. Kevin Love is questionable. Don't think he's going to play, but it's just nice to remember. Kevin Love used to be really freaking good.
It'd just be nice to see him out there on the court.
That's what I mean. It'd just be kind of cool. Denver, Memphis, another 8 o'clock game we have here. Denver only favored by 3, which is interesting. Over-under sits at 229.5, so not super high. What are you liking from this game?
I'm locking in Joker, so double center for me tonight. And usually it's, guys like Claxton and Patton, who I'm getting at 3.5K, the model gems at 2 to 3% ownership, and they're going for 10X. And I'm dazzling that in my lineup with double center. But tonight I'm going the 2 heavyweights in Joker and Embiid. It's a smash matchup for Joker. There's no way Joe Bell's going to be able to defend anybody in this league, let alone Nikola Jokic. So coming right out of the All-Star break, I love this matchup for him.
He finally got some rest.
Yeah, it's about time. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it was nice to see that, it's not like he went nuts in the All-Star game either. So this is a spot for him that, the couple of days off is something that he really needed and something that he could greatly benefit from. So seeing 36 plus minutes of Nikola Jokic tonight in a tight game, definitely like that. And on the flip side, if you are playing anybody from the Memphis side, it's going to be Ja Morant for me. In the past 3 games, Ja has been absolutely outstanding, 2 before the break, and the last one, obviously, just a couple days ago. So Ja against Jamal, it could have a little Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray-esque NBA bubble type of thing going on here tonight. So if you want to full-on stack this one, I'm okay with it, with Joker, Jamal Murray, and Ja Morant. Personally, I'm just going Joker, but again, if you're going Joker, Embiid, Ja, and Sexton, and instead of Joker, Embiid with one of Jimmy Butler or Russell Westbrook, I definitely can't blame you there. The 2 8K guys definitely have enormous upside in their respective matchups. So Ja's definitely on my short list right now, but in my main lineup, it's likely going to be Russ or Jimmy Butler taking the nod for me as my third stud. So him and Sexton likely get pushed aside.
If Beal is out, it's hard not to go Russ, right? Like that's just
it's really about the sheer volume. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna talk about one game where it's just value city. You know what I mean? And it's,
I think we're getting to it now. Looking up,
like all these guys are gonna be like $3,000 minimum price, and they're all gonna go for 10x, and you could easily slot them in their lineup. They could be 60 to 70% owned. I don't care, because whatever it is, minus 100, that's the amount of field that's gonna be dead. So if you don't play guys like this in an 8-man rotation with, you know what? Yeah, okay. Is it a great matchup against Washington or Chicago or anything like that? Like, okay, it's not exactly the best matchup on paper, but you know what? When you're talking about an 8-man rotation, one of which is probably not even going to play, so 7-man rotation for Houston tonight, I'm all over that. Could easily fit in 3 studs. I'm looking for raw points in my studs, and when you get guys like Embiid and Joker that can combine for 70, 75 each, and then the sheer volume of Russell Westbrook tonight is really tough for me to pass up.
I love it. Let's get to this game. This is terrible looking. DeRozan, Ross, Gordon, Fournier, Aldridge, Cole Anthony, and Ennis are all out for the Magic and Spurs. This game, they have a line for some reason. Spurs minus 7.5. If that means anything, over under sits at 214. I assume there's a little bit of value coming here. Or I know you said double center. I mean, hard to not go Vucevic in certain situations, right? Because he's going up against nobody.
Yeah, it's really tough to not end up sliding in Vooch there, and it wouldn't exactly be the worst thing if Joel Embiid was ruled out. That way I can just swap out Embiid for Vooch and then upgrade another guy for $400, or probably just end up leaving the salary on the table there. But it's a smash spot for Vooch. I mean, going up against Jake Puddle, then like it's not happening tonight for Jake out there. So Vooch in a smash spot. He's likely going to come in at probably 1/5 or 1/6 of the ownership that Embiid and Joker are probably going to come out, or at least that they should be coming in at. So if your pivot's going to be Vooch to Embiid or Vooch to Joker, I definitely can't fault you, especially if, you know what, you end up duplicating that lineup, swap out one of the two for Vooch, and at that point, it's just a 1v1. You know what I mean? It's, can Vooch outscore Embiid? Can Vooch outscore Joker? That's a matchup that I'm okay riding and dying with. So if you want to go Vooch here, I definitely can't fault you. He likely won't be in my main lineup, and takes a lot for me to say that because I love playing Vooch and Sabonis and Bradley Beal and all these guys. So I probably can't get there tonight, but if Embiid is ruled out, then he's going to be a lock in my lineup with Joker. I'm just going to end up swapping out Embiid for Vooch and likely leaving that $400 on the table. All these other guys I just can't get there. I'm not paying 6K plus for Michael Carter-Williams. Yes, okay, he's probably going to be the only guard that's active, or at least the only guard that can play basketball that's active. So like, you want to pay 6K for Michael Carter-Williams? Personally, I can't get there, especially with Jordan Clarkson being only $100 more. Is Utah going to blow out Houston? Yeah, they're probably going to win by like 40 points, but they're not going to end up running Mike Conley into the ground, right? But Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench, that's somebody that they could give a little bit of extra wiggle room to. So I can't get the 6.3K Michael Carter-Williams. Mo Bamba's been popping as well throughout the day. But again, I'm paying all the way up for center, all the way up actually. So if you want to go there, that's okay. And Devin Vassell as well as minimum price, a little value play that's in there if you want to come off some of this Houston chalk. But personally, I'm just eating it there and trying to get different with my stud combinations.
I love it. Let's move on. Miami and Chicago. Currently, the Heat are favored by 2 on the road. Just as a trend, Bulls, home dogs, it hits more often than it doesn't. I don't know the exact numbers, but I can promise you it hits more than it doesn't. I might just be lying, or I might just have misinformation. Let's go with that. I would never lie to you, people, but I could just have misinformation. But it feels like every time I bet on the Bulls, when they're home dogs, I win the bet. But whatever, that's not the point. Bam Adebayo is out. Anything from this game? Seems like a weird one. I mean, Miami likes to play defense and pace down. Chicago likes to pace up. Over-under sits at 221, so it's not that sexy. Anything here?
Jimmy Butler playing in Chicago is always something that interests me.
Oh my God. How did I not think of that, Ghost? Damn it.
If there's anybody...
You've taught me so well. You've taught me so well.
If there's anybody that's spiteful in the NBA in terms of revenge matchups, whether that's on a one-on-one matchup or against an organization, it's Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy B, Bam is out. It's a cakewalk of a matchup too. I know it's on a back-to-back, but this guy's one of, if not the fiercest competitor in the entire league. And I can say that with confidence. So
wow.
His PRA is 40 and a half.
Ooh.
If I don't play him in my main lineup, I'm probably just going to increase my unit size on that. Either way, I'm betting both. But I'm probably just going to hedge it that way. That if if he doesn't make my main lineup over Russ, I'll just end up increasing the amount of units that I put on his PRA. But Jimmy Butler over 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. When I say PRA is something that I'm eyeing tonight. It's a smash block for Jimmy. Really hard for me to get away from this one.
It's
really
hard. I mean, great situation. And a great situation, right? It's him going up against his old team, hates everybody. I mean, is there anyone on the team that was there with him? Like, I don't even think there's like too many people that are still left around. It's been like 3 years, 4 years at this point. So maybe a couple dudes, but it's very clear that he just he's in Chicago, wants to put them into the ground. I love that call, Ghost.
And I'm pretty sure the key core of that Jimmy Butler trade to Minnesota was Zach LaVine coming on the way back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, who was the former 4th overall pick at the time, and he was a very highly rated prospect. I really think highly of Chris Dunn as well. When he comes back from injury there, he's still a really good, capable defender, and he could guard three different positions out there. So, but Zach LaVine was that guy that came back in that trade. So Jimmy B's definitely got that in his mind. Tough for me to get away from that one. I'm on Jimmy Butler over 40.5 PRA. It's basically between him and Russ for my third stud tonight.
40.5 people. Let's take it. I put a 4, but I wrote it quickly and it looks like a 9. But I still would probably take the 90.5 at this point. Not gonna lie.
And the thing that's nice that like even if you take a look at what he did yesterday, like on the back-to-back, it's not like he shot the ball 26 times. You know what I mean? Like it was just Jimmy being Jimmy, and he's been really aggressive in the past like 6 to 8 weeks, where he's getting to the free throw line like 12 to 15 times a game and
dropping triple doubles like it's going out of style. So
he could easily do that against Chicago here tonight. So you know what? 25-point triple double for Jimmy Butler. I'm all over it.
I am in, my friend. I can't wait. I'll tell all the boys to make sure they hop on that train, because that's going to be a fun one. Next game we have here, I think this was the game you were mentioning before. Houston and, Utah. Utah is favored by 18.5. Money line minus 5,000. Really no point in betting either of those, because those are just silly numbers. Christian Wood, Victor Oladipo, John Wall, Eric Gordon, Daniel House, PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker is getting traded, or he's like not with the team anymore. I guess it's the new trend. His shoe
collection is worth more than he is in an NBA trade.
It's like the new trend in the NBA, just being like, "Hey guys, like I don't want to be here. You don't want me here. We should figure something out." But PJ Tucker,
and he was like, he's like publicly admitted that he's mad that he hasn't gotten traded. Yeah, because nobody wants you, because you're a terrible basketball
Nobody needs
player.
A track star, bro. Nobody needs a track star. We play basketball here.
No one needs a javelin athlete. Like, come on, man.
He looks like he could throw a shot play. He's a hefty.
Yeah,
player.
probably.
He could throw a shot play.
I like that one. Probably.
I assume there has to be an insane amount of value from this one, because nobody's playing on Houston. And as you said, it's like
the highest priced Rocket is Jayshawn Tate at 5,800. Yes. I think he's the highest priced active player.
Love it. So where are we going? You can't go Patton because you're going double center. You at least in particular. So where do we go? Sterling
Brown?
Brown?
All the way down. We're going dumpster diving. Okay, we'll go from the bottom up. Martin Jr. is going to be a lock in my lineup. He's popping throughout the day and at 3K.
Wow. I don't even know who is the. I honestly don't even think you've ever said this guy's name before.
He's going to fall into 8 times his price. He's going to just fall into it. So. For that, I'm playing KJ Martin Jr.
Love it.
KPJ is a lock for me. Porter Jr.
Yeah.
This was hilarious because he was popping in the model yesterday, and then you see all the beef on Twitter. People are like, "Oh, why are people playing Kevin Porter Jr.?" Blah blah blah. He was the 3rd highest rated value play on our slate yesterday, and we had some of the guys get him at 6 to 7% ownership. So you know what? We'll let the other people say it was a fish play. We know it was a damn good play. And now tonight, it's the very same Kevin Porter Jr. that's coming in at 78% ownership. So it is what it is. 22% of the field is going to be dead if you don't play Kevin Porter Jr. So that's okay with me. Those two guys are free squares. I'm locking in both of them. And then the third rocket that I'm locking in is either going to be Ben McLemore or Sterling Brown. At that point, Ben McLemore is going to take more shots. Sterling Brown gets more peripherals, so he'll get more rebounds, more assists. And honestly, there's so much value in KPJ and KJ Martin Jr. that, you know what, you might be able to, I guess I could say, pay up for Sterling Brown over Ben McLemore. You know what I mean? It's only $1,000. Like at that point, it's Jimmy Butler and Russ is $1,000. Sterling Brown to Ben McLemore is $1,000. People kind of put two and two together, get where I'm kind of going with this there. But it's easy to switch out the two of those guys. But KJ Martin Jr. and Kevin Porter Jr. are going to be locks in my lineup. Jayshawn Tate on FanDuel. Yeah, I'm playing 4 Rockets on FanDuel today.
Let's go.
They're all minimum price.
4 of the 6, 4 of the 7,
4 of the 6.5 that are active. Yeah. So,
and that's the thing. Like we always make sure you never build based on a blowout. The Vegas number is 18.5, though. They think it's not even like a 10-point spread. This is an insane number.
But it doesn't matter. This high this season.
I don't think we've seen one. I think honestly 13, 14.
Yeah.
Like is what I think we've seen the highest, somewhere around there. Maybe it touched 15, but I don't even remember anything like that. 18.5 is such an insane number. But like the important part for people to understand is they only have 7 guys. So you have literally no reason to worry about a blowout. All of these guys have to play minutes. They're all probably going to play minutes equally because it doesn't matter. Half their team wants to be traded, is traded, or is going to be traded. So fuck it. Just play as many rounds.
Again, I was saying like, it's not a matchup against Washington. It's not a matchup against Chicago, you know, like where you're like, oh my God, 7-man rotation. This game's going to be 140 to 139. Like, no, Utah's one of, if not the best defensive unit in the league. But if you think Rudy Gobert is playing more than 25 minutes tonight, Donovan Mitchell's playing 20, like none of these guys are going to see the court. So on top of that, they're going up against second string guys where Kevin Porter Jr. can ball out again. He was balling out against starters last night. You know what I mean? So these are guys that, you know what, they'll fall into 8 to 10 times their price. And at that point, it's just, you just take the free square. You just have to do it.
Kevin Porter Jr. was a super highly touted prospect. He just like kind of went a little nuts.
He would have fit well with the Cavs. It was literally just because of the beef that they had in the locker room that they ended up shipping him out. You know what I mean? Like he would have fit really well there. Like between Sexland, Okoro, and Kevin Porter Jr., like would have been a nice little guard rotation that they could have had in 2 to 3 years from now. But hey, it is what it is. Chemistry matters over a player's talent all the time. So happy to see him get a fresh start here. And you know what? Eric Gordon's out 4 to 6 weeks. Wouldn't surprise me to see him get shut down for the rest of the season. Obviously, they would have liked to trade him before the deadline, but things kind of get complicated now. He's probably going to get shut down. PJ Tucker is going to get traded. Christian Wood, it's not like they're going to rush him back anytime soon. They're like 50 games back of a playoff spot. Like all these guys, they're like if you play season-long fantasy, it's worth taking a look at these guys in DFS. They're going to be hot commodities every single night.
Oh, actually, I'm terrible at season-long NBA.
I'm trying to run the table this season. I'm 12-0 right now.
Shit, dude. My team's terrible. Right I'm getting crushed right now.
It was my draft, honestly. I've only dropped 2 players from my original draft.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
My first 4 rounds were Steph, Beal, Vooch, and Sabonis.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's
in
nuts.
a 12-team league.
So I need to look for Kevin Porter Jr. Somebody already has him.
Wow. Like Sterling Brown, Jayshawn Tate. Like today I saw Jayshawn Tate on our waiver wire. I can't pick him up because I wouldn't know who to drop. Like I'd have to drop like Goran Dragic or something, which I'm at that point I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, it sounds like your team's pretty good.
But it's like Jayshawn Tate's like if you're playing season long, make sure you grab these guys. And on FanDuel tonight, I am 100% playing 4 Rockets, 100%. Sterling Brown is 3,600 minimum price, or 3,500 is minimum price, so $100 more. McLemore's minimum price, KJ Martin Jr.'s minimum price, and Kevin Porter Jr. is 4,900 at a very terrible small forward position. So
wow.
And Jayshawn Tate is like 4,500 at power forward. Enjoy it.
I love it. Congrats, everyone. Hopefully you just made a bunch of money. Last game on the slate, Indiana and the Lakers. Gosh darn it. I don't have my odds anymore. Give me 1 second. Let's see. This game starts super late.
Lakers, right?
Why is it? Yeah, it's 4.5 Lakers. Why is the game starting at 10:40. Have we had that yet this year? I feel like we haven't had a game start that late
I've
yet.
seen a couple like Battle of LA games that were at 10:30 because it's like 7:30.
Because it's almost prime time.
Like, I guess. I don't know.
Whatever. It's pretty hard to use too many people from this game considering everything that you've laid out. Playing those 3 studs and then filling in other spots, but I know you like a couple plays here because the greatest player on planet Earth is playing and he's going up against LeBron. So how do you feel about that one tonight?
Like that, I was just about to say, and LeBron James in this game too. So, no Gasol, no AD, Yoshi Hammer time.
Oh, Yoshi Hammer
over 20.5 points, over 10.5 rebounds, and if you want to be that guy or that girl, you could get Domantas Sabonis to double at like minus 225 or something. But
Jesus Christ. Okay.
You're betting both. You might as well take that too, because if you need those 2 to hit, you need the double to hit anyway.
That's true. So, just take the free money at that point. Put 10 on it to get what, like 450 back?
Free money at that point. But no Gasol, no AD. Who is guarding the paint?
First of all, who was going to guard him with Gasol and AD there? I think that's the important question.
LeBron can't guard Sabonis. Nobody. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody can guard this guy. Nobody can guard him.
He's the best player in the league. Nobody could guard him. The only player that could possibly guard him is Vooch. That's it.
Okay. Anyway. I saw Vooch. Vooch has the worst. The non-jokes aside, Vooch has the worst plus minus in the entire league.
I know, it's really bad.
It's like minus 287. Yeah, but dude,
like he's playing with like G League point guards. Like, it's pretty bad.
That's insane.
And he's dropping 35 a night on top.
He's incredible. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, all jokes aside about like my love for playing Domantas Sabonis in season long and DFS everywhere. This guy's one of the most criminally underrated players in the league. Everybody knows that by now. If you've watched at least one show where Indiana was on the slate, you know I mentioned Domantas Sabonis and how he's underrated. But like, all jokes aside, who is actually guarding the paint tonight for LA? Like, if we're talking about Trez, Markieff Morris, like,
perfect.
There is zero reason for Sabonis not to go. I don't even want to say 20 and 10. We need 21 and 11. So like, there is zero reason for him not to go 25 and 15 in this game. No chance. Like, if he can't do it tonight, it's because he shot the ball 20 times and made 3 of them. Like, at that point, it's completely out of our control. But he's going up against Markieff Morris, Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma. Like LeBron's not playing the 5 anytime soon. He's probably going to match up on Malcolm Brogdon. Like, who is guarding Domantas Sabonis tonight? Absolutely nobody. So it's a great matchup for him. Dennis Schroeder's not going to be able to guard Brogdon. They're going to put LeBron on him 100%. They're going to stick Schroeder on like Jeremy Lamb or one of these other guys. So I love Sabonis. I can't get there on DK. I'm 100% in on FanDuel at only 8,900. He's underpriced by like $1,200 there. Wow, so yeah. I'm cool there with Domantas Sabonis at 8,900. Outside of that, I'm not playing anybody from this game. If you want to play TJ McConnell and chase that he gets 13 steals again,
yeah, let's go.
Lakers do end up turning the ball over a little bit when they kind of get sloppy out there. So,
how many is 10 steals? How many points is that on DraftKings?
20 on DraftKings, 30 on FanDuel.
Jesus Christ, what a
game! Had like that night. I think he had 70 something FanDuel points because he had 11 steals.
That's incredible. Shout out TJ McConnell.
It was nuts, but
that is pretty nuts.
You'll see that when you plug in the 3 studs and the value that's there, you could end up getting a guard around the $6,000 range. So guys like Clarkson, guys like that, etc. You can kind of see where I'm going with my main build right now. TJ McConnell is kind of in that player pool if you want a little bit of action in that late game, but I'm not chasing it. You need a lot of things to go right there. You need Brogdon to be having somewhat of an off game for McConnell to end up coming on and taking over primary ball handling duties. So I'm not going to get there. It's too much if, ands, and buts. So I'm not going to get there, but Sabonis is 100% in play. It's a day ending in Y. Sky's blue. I got a pulse. Sabonis is in play.
So 3 player props. Sabonis over 20.5, Sabonis over 10.5 rebounds, and Jay Butt over 40.5 in the revenge game of the century, I think.
Correct. I
love it. All by half. Derek has a question. We were talking about the Rockets.
Powell actually almost hit by half yesterday.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome. He had 18 and a half, right? And we needed 25, I think. That was so easy. Yeah. Halfway through the third quarter, I think he hit it. And this is a joke. Playing 4 Rockets on FanDuel, DraftKings, or both?
I'd have to look at my lineup again. I'm pretty sure I only have 3 on DK, though. Only. I have 3 on DK, 4 on FanDuel.
DraftKings single entry: Randall, KPJ, Butler, Johnson, Jokic, White, Martin Jr. or Hero. I'm assuming that's Maxey, Butler, Martin Jr., Embiid, McLemore, KPJ, Joker. One or the other, both. Where do I need
I like the
changes?
second one better. You gotta swap out Maxey for Kevin Porter Jr. And that's
He has KPJ in here. Isn't that Kevin Porter Jr.?
Oh yeah, okay. You have him at the bottom, so you have Martin. Yeah, I'm okay with Maxey. It's just I rather not because I want Embiid, like especially with Embiid in there, you want Embiid to drop 40 and 20 and like 3 steals, 3 blocks, and like 26 assists. So like you don't really want Maxey having the ball in his hands.
Unless all 26 assists go to Maxey. I think that's the only way we'd get comfortable with that. Yeah.
But you know what? Seth Curry is going to be out there the large majority of the game. Tobias Harris this is actually an interesting spot for Tobias Harris.
Stop it. Go.
Yesterday,
Shut up.
But I'm not playing him. There's no way in hell.
Good.
But it would be hilarious to see Tobias Harris go off tonight. After yesterday, he was like 99% on, and I told everybody don't play him in GBP. You got to play him in cash because he's 99% on. And he had a nice 33-point DK outing at 8,300. I think his price was a nice snowflake there. But
God, I
tonight,
love it.
I feel like everyone tonight's gonna, a lot of the field ends up looking at game logs, so they're gonna end up seeing that and they're like, oh, I'm not playing Tobias Harris tonight, and then now he might go off. But yeah, so just maybe come off Hero a little bit. I want like especially Hero with Butler. That's the one thing that doesn't work for me. I want Jimmy Butler dropping a 25-point triple double. So it's gonna be a no for me on Hero, and maybe just switch out Maxey if you can. I think Devin Vassell is popping. Check the model. I'm pretty sure Devin Vassell might be an alternative to Maxey, and then you could swap out Hero.
And we still have a little while. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. Lock's not till 8. Just I want to leave everybody with this. Tobias Harris signed a 5-year, $180 million contract. Tobias Harris, 5 years, $180 million. Oh, and we actually have a couple more, so this is awesome. Who are the studs you're locking in? We got Joker, Sabonis on FanDuel. We got Westbrook if Beal is out, and Embiid, who's probable he's going to be in. Did I get them all?
Yeah. So I'm playing Embiid on both sides. If he's not in, then I'm going to play
Vooch.
I might actually play Vooch on FanDuel. Vooch on both sides in that case. Joker at 11.7 is kind of out of this world there. 11.7 is kind of ridiculous on FanDuel. So I'll probably end up going Vooch in that spot. And the studs, I'm playing Russ if Beal is out, Jimmy Butler, Embiid, Joker, Vooch, Sabonis on FanDuel. Sabonis on FanDuel 100%. Yeah.
DraftKings single entry: Morant, Sexton, KPJ, Martin Jr., Joker, McLemore, Sabonis, Chason, Randall.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I think Chason Randall sounds cooler though.
Radon Randall?
Yeah, you got it. Let's fucking go. Oh, I love it. Chason.
Just make sure in that lineup, I don't know what time which game starts there, but you have a lot of guys starting at the same time. Make sure you're changing your lineup accordingly. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
And then make another one with Sabonis out and get Embiid in there.
Radon Randall. Ghostman, where can everyone find you on the internet?
At DFS_Ghost over on Twitter, and of course with the Win Daily team, windailysports.com/chat. Oh, that was pretty well.
I was a little quick. On
pretty
that one.
Good. windailysports.com/chat. 7 free days. Make sure you guys come and join. Ton of knowledge, ton of members, staff in there throughout the entire day. A lot of gifts.
A lot of gifts. Make
sure you guys come and join. You definitely won't regret it.
We are having fun there. You can find me at Michael Brazil 1. You can find us at Win Daily Sports. Make sure to smash that like button so we can become YouTube stars. Thank you to everyone. Not too much in the chat today. It's Friday. It's a beautiful day. I can't blame you. Sometimes you just want to go hang out outside, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. So thank you, Ghostman, for your time today. Thank you, everyone in the chat, HNB and Win Daily Sports. We hope you make it a very profitable Fajita Friday.